Welcome to Graham Clay Pit. Welcome, fossil hunters. Right here, where you stand, 10 million years ago, there was an ocean which was 100 meters deep. Here, about 35 kilometers out to sea, whales, seals and sharks swam, while crabs, sea urchins and mussels crawled along the seabed. You can see their fossils in the museum. Now you can go out into the clay pit to hunt for fossils, for it is the museum's fossil hunters who find the fossils of Graham Sea. Put on your wellies and waterproof trousers, buy a couple of boxes in the museum shop, borrow a screwdriver and a spade, and let's go. The museum has made the clay pit accessible so you can easily get in and find something. The clay is found in the clay pit opposite the pavilion, where it ended up 10 million years ago. This is where you are going to dig. Every step you take down the slope into the clay pit takes you further back in time, to a world where only plants and animals existed. When you dig into the solid clay, you will be the first person to let light into the ancient seabed. Begin by walking around, looking a little on the surface. Often, rain washes good finds out of the clay. You will easily find shells of clams and snails. Put them in a box and take good care of them. Another method is to dig for them in the clay. This is harder work, but sometimes you'll be lucky and maybe find a beautiful snail. Like this one. The layers in the clay are horizontal. It is best to dig in steps, as the clay often divides where there are fossils. The lumps you dig up can be broken apart with your fingers. Some of the things can be quite small. Sometimes they are smaller than a pea, so you have to look closely. If the clay is too hard, you can use a flathead screwdriver to break up the lumps. You can strike it lucky when you least expect it. For example, someone has found here a large snail shell or a shark tooth. After fossil hunting in the clay, you can go back to the pavilion, where there are pictures of some fossils. See if you can find a picture of what you have just dug up. If you cannot find them on the panels, you can always ask at the museum's reception. Maybe you have found the remains of an unknown whale. We are happy to help you work out what things are. You can also have your find photographed and a great certificate made. Just ask in the museum shop. Many of the objects from the Graham Clay Pit that are exhibited in the museum were found by museum visitors. When you turn in bones and special things to the museum, you are contributing to the museum's collection and to our knowledge of the world before there were people. When you come home with your finds, don't wash them immediately. Instead, spread them out on a piece of newspaper and let everything dry for a few days. After that, you will be able to carefully clean the hard shells with a soft brush. Remember to lay things out to dry once more before you put them away in preservation boxes. And remember to include a note saying where the things were found. Have fun and good luck on your fossil hunt!